Good morning, everybody. Today's September 17th, 2025, and happy birthday. Just wanted to throw that out there. Let's talk about the Fed funds rate real quick, just to kind of give you an idea what's happening in that particular world. There has been no decision as of now. We're about 7:22 a.m. here on the 17th of September, 2025. The Fed met yesterday and today. They still haven't announced a decision, while it's widely accepted that potentially they're going to reduce the Fed funds rate 25 basis points. What does that even mean? Basis points equate to percentages. So 25 basis points would be a quarter of 1%. 50 basis points would be a half of 1%. 100 basis points would be a full 1% reduction. So we'll have to see how that translates into what they're going to actually do. And then also, it's not really dependent on mortgage rates, or mortgage rates aren't dependent on the Fed funds rate, but we'll have to see how that trickles down. It seems like if banks can save a little bit of money, then they'll pass that down to the people that are going to want to get mortgages on residences. Now, the question that I asked this morning when I was talking to my Chat GPT advisor is, do banks also play that to make more money in the short term, maybe for their shareholders? And absolutely. So it might take a little bit for us to see any kind of trickle down, because of course money has to be made. But we'll have to keep watching and see what kind of impacts that's going to have. Also, it could impact the mortgage rate, as I mentioned, but the mortgage rates are more directly tied to the 10-year bond. That's kind of how they're judged. So if more people are buying 10-year bonds, then mortgage rates tend to come down. If more people are selling them off and liquidating them because they're unsure about the financial wherewithal of the United States, then of course rates go up. So there's a lot of things to look at, a lot of factors out there. But if you've been kind of preparing for real estate, it could equate to there being a modest reduction in mortgage rates, depending on how big that Fed funds reduction is. So a good idea, maybe revisit the information and numbers with your lender. Talk to them, talk to your agent, kind of circle the wagons a little bit and see where you need to be. We'll just have to keep watching the market as I do. I'll do my daily updates at SantaClaritaOpenHouses.com. I'm, of course, Connor MacIvor. Please, I'd love to see you in the next one. If you want to talk about real estate, your plans, whether it's buying or selling, want to develop a game plan, that's really the best thing to do when it comes to approaching real estate. If you have friends or family that are interested, send them my way. Even if it's not in my market, I will give them the education they need and also give them things that maybe they haven't thought about pertaining to whether they should be buying or should be selling. I'm Connor with Honor. We'll see you tomorrow. I hope you're well, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.